Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's the Lord's Day, Sunday, the last day of August 2025, August 31st, 2025. Goodness gracious, going so fast. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, the Lord's Day, or like I like to call it, Family Day. Family Day is fun for Sundays. I'm running a little bit behind. Just getting stuff set up here for me. And see what gets here today. I didn't even get my coffee. I couldn't find my phone. My phone. Then it was not charged. Oh, what a morning already. All you gotta do is just say, you know what, it'll get better, right? A little stressful, but it's nothing that we can't fix. So, here I am. All right, let me get my books out here. I hope this day finds you well. And I hope you can hear me because I don't have my microphone, like I said. I can't put that in with the power cord. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. And well, some of us in the United States still have tomorrow off too. Hello, Dean. Running behind. I'm running behind, honey. Couldn't find my phone. Is in the laundry room. Trying to get caught up on laundry. I left it in there. Luckily, the sound was on, so I could hear it ringing. Ring a ding a dingy. Interesting clouds this morning here. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting artwork, I would say. What are you up to, Dean? Are you gonna? Are you having like more orders for it? Hello, how are you? I think you already said that one on here, Lucifer. You were here before. Dora, you're up and about doing your 75 hard. Darling, I admire you. You're my hero. I know, I'm always playing in the background, Dean. Dean, meet Dora. Dora, meet Dean, Each Day TV. Dora is doing the Hard 75, which is a fitness, get healthy, extra hard kind of thing, which I would love to do, but I don't even think I can do the 75 soft. That's why it's called hard, right, Dora? That's why it's called. That is why, and you are my hero, Dora. You are my hero, and I'm not just saying that lightly. Hello, Jasmine, my darling. How are you today? We have some interesting clouds in the sky with a little color. But thank you for coming, Jasmine, on a Sunday. It's nearly 9 a.m., 9 p.m. on Sunday night, and you're off to bed. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Dora. I had fun with you yesterday with Kathleen's. I still have to get you that Lori you said you wanted me to check out. So, Dean says, fitness, I'm good. I'm trying. I'm really trying to get myself back together the way I was, but I thought I was better from that fall I took last week, but I have bruises on my legs and I'm feeling like I fell down the steps or something. My body is a mess today and yesterday. It's a little chilly out here, but not like yesterday. Yeah, it is. It is more. Because if you miss one little thing, Dora, everybody, if she misses one little thing, then she has to start the 75 days all over again. Even if she forgets to do like a picture or weigh herself, that is, that's cruel. So she has to have, like, do you have a checklist, Dora? I'm keeping you from getting to bed. I know how much sleep is important to people, but I don't get any. So, do you know Mel runs things? No, you know all the. You get around, girl. You know all these people here. Can you email me, Dora? Can you email me all these people? Because I love making new friends, as everybody here knows. I love it, love it. And if you don't mind, Dora, I'm gonna give you a case, make you a moderator here. So I have an extra moderator. So there you go, Dora. Put you on there. Oh, I can't. I'm on the wrong phone. Darn it! I'm on my I have to go on the phone that's over there. Let me get that. I don't know if you're still here, Dora. Let me see if I can do it over here. Oh, okay. It's already done. Okay. It did do it on my other phone. So, Dora, if you say something, you'll see the wrench. Let's see. I think DIY's here. Daryl's here. Good morning, Daryl. Always TTWC all day. Predators. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're against something or I. Can you explain yourself? Hey, Mrs. Sally. We made our there you go. Now you have it. Now you have it, Dora. You have your wrench. She started with me and failed 6 hours. Ta! She didn't read the 10 pages. Something so easy, you know? But you know, oh. Dora, please email me all these people because I love it. I love it. Yes, you do have a wrench. Sometimes we need them, sometimes we don't. I mean, oh my gosh. Good morning. How are you, Mr. Focus, aka Schrodinger, Dinger, Schrodinger. See, I just struggle with that. Phonetics and linguistics. Kindergarten teachers having trouble. But good morning. Anyways, good morning. We have a nice sunrise here. Justin, I saw you come in. Thank you very much for coming and thank you for hitting the like button. Um, man, everything's coming up low. This phone here, I can't use my microphone because I didn't charge it I couldn't find it this morning either. Now it's saying that my watch is dying. But good morning. It's Sunday, August 31st, 2025. Tomorrow will be a new month, so I won't see you till next month. How about that? I used to tell my students that. See you next month. And they're like, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new month. The neighbor's dog is barking. That's not mine because mine are more of a baritone bark. So, um, yeah, it's a little chilly today, but not too chilly. Uh, Daryl finished all of those rocks yesterday after. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning. You know, I paid those boys and they took off on us, but I let him do it like a little bit at a time because I know he would have overdid it. Wouldn't want him having any strokes or anything, you know. So it's a nice brisk morning. It'd be a nice day to go for a walk. Yeah, so did I, Kelly. I just got here. Kelly, I just got here a little bit ago. I turned on my ring camera. I put on my ring camera on my phone. I'm like, oh no. And then I couldn't find my phone. It wasn't charged. It's just, Kelly, just take your time. Go slow, not like me running around trying to get everything done. I'll have to show you guys what Daryl did with those extra rocks that those kids didn't move. I'm just looking at and I'm admiring my yard right now. He did a really nice job. Really nice job, Daryl. We didn't make dinner last night until, what was it, 9:30, and we made those Big Mac tacos. So I videoed it. I just have to edit it, and I'll get it back on. I did get those Salisbury steak meatballs put on. It was more didn't look like a cooking show. It looked like a shits and giggles episode from my channel. But hey, I got it done, and he ate it. It was edible. My Salisbury steak meatballs were edible. That's what Daryl said. So no, he liked them. The only thing was, in my opinion, of that recipe was there was too much salt. It was too salty. I think from the gravy mix and the onion soup mix and the broth, everything should be low sodium unless you like extremely salty food. But it was really good. It was, and it was easy. Did you see it, Kelly? Kelly, because I mentioned you in it. I'm like, my friend Kelly could make this. Just throw it in the crock pot for her family and be on her way. You'll have to watch it, Kelly, because promoting you on my channel. I'm on like a walking advertisement for everyone. So I was telling Tracy, I was watching a bunch of Tracy from Living in the Wild West, and I was watching a lot of her videos. So, because she only needed just a little bit more hours to be monetized, but she said her hours were going down. But that must mean they were hours from the year mark. So once you hit a year mark from those hours that she earned, they go away because you have to have the 4,000 hours within 1 year. So that's why they were depleting. Hey, I had fun, Daryl. He says it was shit and giggles episode, but I had fun. Um, I got it done, and you had food. I mean, ironically, as soon as you got home. So there you go. But it was an easy recipe. So was the Big Mac tacos. You just have to prep like the onions and everything, but I mean you could do that like the night before and have it for that dinner. Just chop everything up in that, or you could buy them at the store already chopped up. But I know you're not complaining. No, no, no. I know that. But yeah, it's quiet out here. I noticed that the birds are not chirping as much. I wonder if they already went south. Listen, there's like not very many birds. Just dogs. Annoying dogs. Barking in the background. But they're not my dogs. um, it's so quiet. It's kind of eerie how quiet. I hear some birds now. Okay, they're there. But usually in the morning, the birds are drowning me out. And I have a big voice. Good morning, Grey Wolf. Good morning. How are you? I'm just getting ready for the day. I didn't get my coffee. I usually make it before. I don't know what I was thinking today. I looked at my ring camera and it was already light out. And the last couple mornings that came on, it was dark. I couldn't even see anything on the porch. And now it was light out. So it must get light out between 6:25 and 6:35 when the sun just really comes up. I used to be out here at 5 a.m. So, anybody have anything else planned for, we got today, if you're in the United States, and you get Monday off for Labor Day. Some of us do. Um, my husband does, so I'm happy he gets an extra day of rest. But, we'll see. Dean, did you see my short video I posted of Levi? Hi, just a friendly cat femboy. Did you watch any of my short cat videos, just a friendly cat femboy? I have a lot of cat videos, especially my favorite, Mr. He's my cat. But Dean, did you? I know it's Ray that really likes dog things, but I was trying to do something and I hear this snoring. It kept getting louder and louder. It was Levi, and he was on the couch sleeping away, and his little nose kept twitching. I said, I'm gonna take a video of that. It was so funny. He just kept getting louder and louder. So he annoyed me all day, and he was getting his rest to prepare for today. So, charging my phone. Hopefully everything will stay hooked up. Hey guys, thank you for hitting the like button. You know how I assimilate that as a hug. I love my hugs, so please hit that like button. And if you don't like it, then hey, don't hit the like button, right? I'm not going to make you do it, but it would make me very happy. Oh, look how the sky is changing now. The orange went away. I'm good, enjoying coffee before farm chores. Well, I wish I had my coffee. I could sit there with you, Grey Wolf, and drink coffee. But here I am. Here I am. Freezing and no coffee, but I have a little teeny bit of this Diet Mountain Dew from yesterday, but I'll get some coffee. Perhaps my hubs will get it for me. I know he will. He's like that. He's a good husband. He has to be married to me, huh? Big Mary motor mouth. So there he is. Speak of the angel. I won't say devil.
Oh,
Speak of
nice
the
fix.
angel. And
Here's
then
your coffee, madame.
Coffee. Thank you, Mr. Sally. Okay, Bob.
Bob.
Oh, man. Okay. Justin said, cool farm. What type? Now, set me straight. I have to start taking notes on people because I know so many people. Let's see. Grey Wolf, are you... No, let me think. Are you the one that had the pond? I was watching the videos of the pond filling up. I'm getting people mixed up. That's why I have my map. I'm putting those little pins in the map. So, Grey Wolf, you are from where? Oh, this coffee is really hot. Sorry. Can I call you Whoopi? Justin, behave yourself. We have new people here. Okay, I just want to see where Grey Wolf is from. And I'm going to move the phone closer so you can hear me. Because I know my voice is just so soft and you can't hear me. Oh, brother, Sally. Oh, this coffee is really hot. I think I'm going to take the lid off here. Cool it down a bit. This cup that I don't know what it's called. It keeps the coffee hot for like 30 hours. Of course, I grow corn, beans, and cotton. Oh, cotton and cattle. Keep our protein up, huh? Raising cattle. That's a lot of work. You have a lot of responsibilities, Grey Wolf. What's your first name, if you don't mind? If you don't want to give it, that's okay. But you have a lot of responsibility. Now, I hope you have help. Do you have family that helps? Does everybody pitch in, or? I lived on a dairy farm, and my mother had to take over because my dad came back here to PA. We lived in Wisconsin. And he decided, oh, we're not making enough money. So he left her with these 20, 30 cows. I think it was 25 cows. And I remember this time. Here's a good story for you. Because I was talking about the other day that my nephew was supposed to help me with this gravel and he didn't really know how to use a shovel. He was like 16, 17 years old and doesn't know how to use a shovel. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways, I was sent out to clean the gutters, in the barn because the cows were out there getting milked. And so I'm cleaning up this poop. And you know me, I'm a germ freak. I do not want to be around cow poop, any poop. And I was doing it and I had the wrong shoes on. I didn't have my boots on. And the shoes didn't have traction. They had like just a regular flat, smooth surface. And I slipped. And God, I'm telling you what, I fell face first in that crap. And I ran in the house crying because in my mind I was a princess. I was probably about 10, maybe 12 years old. No, I was probably 10. Let me think. No, I was about 12. And I said, I fell and I'm covered in this poop, and I thought, my dad would say, okay, well, we'll get someone else to do it. Your brothers will do it. Oh no, he turned me around and sent me right back out there and says, well, I guess you better get out there and finish it. Clean off your face and let's go. So that's what I had to do. But I'll never forget that, having that, falling down there like that. And that was horrible to me. Horrible. Grey Wolf, that is. So, do you have help, Grey Wolf? Daryl, did you let the dogs back in? Just making sure. Why is everybody being so quiet? Because it's Sunday. Okay, well, let's get started with this. So you guys can get started with your days too. Enough idle small talk. Justin will keep everybody entertained while I'm doing my readings. Thanks for hitting the like button. We got 8 of 8. Thank you very much. Well, we had 25, but I can't entertain everyone, I guess. They're like, get on with the show, lady. Enough talking about you falling in some cow poop. Okay, there's the book I'm going to take today. Get this phone over here. Ooh, look at the sky now. It looks pretty neat. Alright, let's get this one. Okay, I'm sitting on the ottoman today. I'm down here. I'm down here. See, I'm down here. Okay. Well, if my dad's parents owned a farm growing, cool, 456 acres. Wow. What we have in store today. Just gonna flip the pages here and see. Okay, here we go. It says, Glorious Lord, you are training me not only to endure my difficulties, but to collaborate with you as you transform them into glory. This is a supernatural feat requiring the help of your spirit. When problems are weighing heavily on me, my natural tendency is to speed up my pace, frantically searching for answers. But what I really need at such time is to slow down, seek your face, and discuss my difficulties with you. Your word instructs me to lay my request before you and wait in expectation. That is what we've been talking about for a while now, about slowing down and, just taking it in, enjoying the journey. A lot of people on YouTube are trying to get monetized and everything, but they don't get a chance to enjoy the journey, like the process of, growing within YouTube, as a creator, looking back and seeing that first video of, how you were whenever you first did your first video. Um, Even though I'm waiting expectantly, I realize you may not answer my prayers for a long time. Yeah, because God's on his own little watch. His time is different than our time. His concept of time is different. You're always doing something important in my life, far beyond simply solving my problems. You've been showing me that my struggles are part of a much larger battle, and the way I handle them can contribute to signify the outcomes. I want to glorify you by trusting you and praying with thanksgiving. Moreover, this practice of praying persistently will eventually make a difference in me as your spirit works to transfer me into your image with ever increasing glory. So, like I said before, everything, even though a lot of things happened to me growing up that weren't so great, I mean, it transformed me into who I am today. It made me a somewhat stronger person. People tell me that I'm strong, but um, I don't feel like I'm a strong person. But I have endured a lot of things, and people that know me through my life thinks I should write a book. But I think it's more of a soap opera with some of my family members. But but you just go with the flow because that's all you can do. Yesterday with my shits and giggles recipe, uh, there were some mess ups, but I use my sense of humor. I could get all upset and say, just forget it. I'm not going to do this video. But I just kind of, I laugh at myself, but not in a bad way. You just take humor at things that happen. Sometimes you just have to find the humor in it because it can get you really down if you take things too seriously. Um, I do have a problem being serious about things a lot of times because um, it just gets overwhelming to me. So I find the humor in everything that I can. There are things that are very serious that you have to be a grown up for, but I'm not real good at being a grown up all the time. So. Uh, so, but yeah, that was a good reading there. Thank you, God, for directing me there. It says, "Seek the Lord with His strength; seek His face continually," and that's from Psalms 105, verse 4. In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait in expectation. So that's like Grandma Moore was saying, how um, people, let's see, she was talking about how people, you know, um, when they meditate and things like that, we're trying to get, and I say I more or less meditate towards, good morning, Joan, welcome back. But manifest, that's what I'm looking for, the word manifest. This old brain finally got it here. But remember, she was asking me about, you know, what, feeling guilty about people, like when she tries to manifest good things in her life. And I said, some people manifest, meditate for the universe to bring it in. And I said, well, when I meditate and such, it is for God.
when I meditate, I'm trying to listen to God because, you know, I always say it. I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time listening. I'm always being a teacher, I'm used to giving directions. I'm not real good at taking directions. And if someone tries to put authority over me, having, you know, the way my father was, I have a hard time with authority. I do, and I admit that. Um, but um, yeah, it's isn't it funny how we develop different mannerisms and things, and the way we feel about things as we get older, and how little things or big things can make us feel a certain way about something. Uh, because Daryl knows if he tells me to do something, I'm going to do the opposite, even if he's right. I don't like that when people tell me you have to do this, and it just I don't know. I need to work on that. A lot of things I need to work on. That's why I'm here praying with all of you. And by no means am I ever saying I'm perfect, because we're all sinners no matter how we look at it, but we're all looking to be better. So on Judgment Day, we will be, accepted into, but we have an all forgiving God. We do. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petitions with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And that's from Philippians chapter 4, 6. Um, and we, who with unveiled faces all reflect the Lord's glory, are being transformed into his likeness with ever increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. And that's from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. So, we who with unveiled faces all reflect the Lord's glory. So we're all children of God. We're all here to, you know, take care of the earth, to take care of one another. And even if someone's a stranger, if you see someone fall down or someone, needs help, I know it's a scary world, but we still should try. Um, there's a lot of people that would have, like, if they're broke down on the side of the road, you stop. But there's so many people that are, they're bad people that are trying to get people to feel sorry for them and help them on breaking down on the road. So now a lot of people are scared to do things like that, to help other people, to be that person that can help out. But yeah, a lot of people who are, quote, bad, are ruining it for the good ones who are trying to walk God's path, walk the way we should with the Lord. But a lot of times we can, in our goodness and our kindness, being followers of Jesus Christ, we can change them just in little ways, little things that you do, and not reacting. Remember I said about it's all in how you react to what someone says. It's all in how you react and what someone does. You don't let them know that, they offended you or that it really annoyed you. And you just keep on going. And let me see if I can put my lid on my coffee here if it's a little bit cooler. So, but it's all in how we react. And it's hard. uh, there's a lot of people that, try to, do those little nitpicky things to try to annoy you, or they take your kindness as weakness. That's what I always say. Don't mistake my kindness as weakness, because there's someone else under here too. To um mm, some people. But uh yeah, so what are you guys thinking today? What do you think about this reading? Do you think that we need to work on, like, you yourself? I mean, I know I need a lot of work with being a better person. I'm not the worst person, but I am a giving person. Like I was saying, and I think Grandma Moore said it as well, that I'm a giver more than a taker. I get more glory and happiness in my heart if I give someone something than to receive gifts. I like to make people happy in that manner. But when someone gives me a gift, I get, it's like, oh, I got to do something for them. Um, I believe in doing random acts of kindness, even small ones, holding a door open for someone, saying good morning with a smile to people who you don't even know. Yeah, or telling them they look nice or something. You could see on people's faces how they light up when you do something like that. Now, there's a lot of people, like, I'll say something to them and they'll look at me like, what are you talking to me for, lady? And they just like, and I just go on to the next person. I don't get offended. You ask Daryl, I talk to everybody. I can go to the store and be gone 3 hours, and it could be like a 5 minute run, but I'm always talking to people and getting to know people. I just do it. I don't know. I'm very social, but I wasn't like that. I was very shy, and Daryl says you sure do. I was very shy, and I didn't want to be noticed. I just wanted to be in the background. I didn't want to be in trouble. I was the good kid. I'm not saying I'm bad now, but I have shenanigans. I do, especially when I'm with my friend Danny, my best friend from high school. We did a lot of shenanigans, and but most of my stuff is just silly stuff that I do, my shenanigans and things like that. Um, I'm not ever out to, have, laugh at anybody, have humor at someone else's expense. I don't do that. I don't make jokes that make, people laugh at someone else. I don't do that. Now, I can put it toward myself. I do that. I do that. Do. There's do again. Hot coffee, but very refreshing. The angel said to the women, do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not there, he is risen. Just as he said, come and see the place where he lay. That's from Matthew. And it says, my soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When can I go and meet with God? So we're all going to meet with God someday. It's inevitable, right? Nobody's going to live forever, right? But we have to, do our best to take care of our body, which is, you know, the temple that God gave you to take care of. He gave it to you. Some of us are not as, inclined to take care of that. But then we learn, like, you know what? You got to get going here. There's a lot of people I know that are very good at taking care of their bodies and things like that. But we how long we're here on earth, is up to God. Only God knows that. So, you know, we try our best. That's all we do, right, guys? We all try our best, and that's all we can do. So, some of us try to go beyond that, but you just get exhausted. You just have to take one day at a time, and that's what I'm always telling my friend Danny, because he's, worried about finances and things like that, because neither one of us have a 401k. So, here we are, 60, and what are we gonna do? But so it's just trying to take it, don't keep looking. I was like that. I would always like, oh, what if. So I'm trying to pull back from the what ifs, and uh, trying to go with the flow one day at a time. That's all we can do, right? One day at a time. Maybe look for tomorrow, like tomorrow the next day, not tomorrow like a month from now, but one day at a time. Here we are, the last day of August. And my friend Tracy, um, living in the Wild West, she does a little bit of each day of the month, and then she puts it all in a video, right? And that is so cool. And she does it for her family, but she shares it with us here on YouTube. But that's so cool to think about that. Um, think about things like that. Because, like, here's an example. Whenever it's like the last day of school with my kindergartners. I just look at them and I'm so proud of them. I'm like, what did I really teach them this year though? What? So I started keeping portfolios of them. And the last day of school, like I did the first day of school was a sample of their handwriting and different things all through the year. I would put little bit in there every semester and such. And at the end of the year, I'd look at it and I'm like, I did do something. I did teach them. And then I felt more accomplished with that. Hello, Teen Minty. How are you, honey? Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming and hitting the like button. I really appreciate you, honey. But I'm talking about like doing the little things. We don't realize how much we do. And you're going to bed now, Justin. Okay, see ya. Daryl. Hi, Daryl, with one R. I looked for your station, your channel, and it's not in my public. I was trying to look it up, and I went over it several times, and then I had my husband look for it, and I don't see it under public subscriptions. So, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Well, no problem at all. You're here, and you're a friend, and I want to see how you're doing. I'm trying, Daryl made me coffee and it's super hot. Took the lid off trying to cool it down because it's rather hot. But I need it because I'm freezing. So, yeah, so that is the reading for today that God picked. I just do randomly what to do, and then I try to convey the word of God the best I can, and I hope I did. That's right, we're friends. Liliana, what a pretty name. How are you today? That is such a pretty name. Very, very pretty. I have to look at this other phone because I cannot see that one. What time is it here? 7:30 a.m. You're welcome, my darling. You're welcome. Oh, I gotta put this up. I'm freezing. Oh, now the birds are. Do you hear the birds? Now they're singing. There they go. I was worried that the birds were starting to go south. 12:27 p.m., like afternoon. Portugal. Liliana, where are you from, honey? Are you from United States or where are you from, sweetheart? Yeah, the crickets, they're not out here today. Oh, those crickets were loud. Okay. But I just wanted to let you know, Daryl with one R, that that I did check into it. I spent some time looking for your station, your channel. I'm 20, nearly 21. How old are you now, and what was your first drink in the 80s? Oh, you mean alcoholic beverage? I am 60. I just turned 60, and I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of every wrinkle I have. Because you know what? This is my journey, and this is being 60, and I'm not going to worry about being 70. I'm going to, enjoy being 60. So you can't worry about getting older and older. However, take care of your body, Teen Mint. Teeny Mint, or Teen Minty. How do we say Teeny Mint? My first drink when I was 21 in the 80s, I liked Alabama Slammers. That has everything in it. But if you drink too many of those, if you get sick, that's some nasty puke to clean up. And I like slow gin too, slow gin and Coke. Those are things that I used to drink. But now I like, when my son takes us out, when he's in town for my birthday, I usually get Long Island iced tea. And then that usually kicks my butt. Hello from Russia. It's 1827, so that would be 18, 12, 6 o'clock? Wait, 6:30 p.m.? Am I doing it right? 18, 12. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. My favorite song in the 80s, I was really into Journey. My first concert on Teen Minty was uh, I went to see Journey. Bryan Adams opened for Journey. That was before Bryan Adams was popular. So, see, I got it. 6:30. I did the math. Who said I only know kindergarten math? Uh, but yeah, that's I, I I loved Prince too, Teen Minty. I loved, the magician Prince. So there you go. That's the way you do it, right? I did the time, but I didn't do any crime. Oh my goodness. I might have gotten too much sleep last night, huh? No. I was restless last night. You ever have, like, you wake up and you had a dream and it's like, oh, so then you go back to sleep? Um, like Kiss and, Kiss. Uh, oh, that's okay. I was late. I was late this morning. Yes, I was late this morning, and it's all good. It's all good. It is. We're just chit chatting now and getting to know one another. I love getting to know about you guys, but I'm the one talking, and nobody's really, you know. Um, are you serious, Daryl? You like the band Kiss? My husband loves the band Kiss. That's how I know Kiss music, because dating him, and now I like Kiss. And who's your favorite member of Kiss, Daryl? Who's your favorite member? That was Daryl's first concert too. My husband Daryl's first concert was Kiss. We went to many Kiss concerts, but my first concert was Journey with Bryan Adams. That was the best. I've seen Chicago too. Chicago. I like all kinds of music. Teen Minty. I like classical music. What it would be like to hear Mozart play his music back when he was alive. That would. Aw, thank you, Liliana. Do you have a channel? Um, can you imagine, Liliana? Do you know who Mozart? Classical music. Can you imagine hearing Mozart, the child prodigy, playing his music? That is just. I would just be like. That would be another time that I'm in awe. Um, uh, Your favorite was Paul Stanley. That was mine too. Daryl and I, listen to this, Daryl. Daryl and I dressed up as Kiss for one Halloween. We'll have to post those pictures on my thing, Daryl. I was Paul Stanley, and he was Ace Frehley, if I recall. Peter Criss. He was Peter Criss. And his friend Ron was Gene Simmons, because he had all the hair and he put it all in a ponytail on the top. Um, Okay, okay, Liliana, I'll have to check you out there. Um, I like to check out new channels and meet new people. It's my favorite thing to do, because I'm very social. Um, Trent from Punchy. Hello, good morning. How are you today? We just finished the reading. We read from Psalms and Philippians. We were talking about slowing down and making time for God. Do you have time for that, Trent, in the morning? Do you take a moment to, you know, talk to God before you get up in the morning? Get your day started. I think that's the only way I can start the day, is to start my day with God. Yep, I was made for loving you. Yep, it's one of the first songs I heard. But did you ever hear the singles? All of the bands, um, Daryl, they each have their own single album, like Paul Stanley and all of them. Not really. I start at 4 a.m. so I don't talk to anyone. Well, it's in your mind, just before you get out of bed, just think in your head, thank you, God, for this day or something. Um, Gene Simmons hated the song, I Was Made for Loving You. Yeah. It's funny how years ago, uh, when they first showed their faces without the makeup, everybody was so excitable about that. And then it's like, I couldn't imagine wearing all that makeup all the time during a concert, sweating and everything. But so, anybody else from the United States have Monday off that have a cookout planned? Years ago, people used to flock to the pools because Labor Day was the last day the pools were open. It was like the official end of summer, when summer doesn't really end until, a couple more weeks. But like, they have big cookouts with all their families and stuff, and not many people do that anymore, do they? Not many people are, get together. And I think a lot of us, we try to get along with our families. And, but a lot of us today are just, our friends become our family, like it's our family we chose. Um, yeah. Your pool closes on Labor Day? Yeah. But now it was so hot and humid. I'm sure the pool's got a lot of use this year, but now in my area it's starting to get real chilly, so the pool water, if it's not heated, is probably really, cold. But I'm trying to get down to see my best friend in Florida. He's been living there for 5 years, and I still haven't got to see his place. But I'm trying to get down there to see him. Um, and I'm like, when's a good time to come there when um, it's not hurricanes or whatever. So, hi Lana. Hey girl, what's up? What's up? I'm just talking about, Labor Days, supposedly the official end of summer, and I just can't believe we're going into fall, which I have nothing against fall, but then comes the winter and the end of the year. Come on, we're end of August, last day of August. So I'll see you next month, because tomorrow's September. So we have September, October, November, December. We only have 4 more months of this year. Can you believe that? I just, where did it go? Where did 2025 go? Or did it go slow for some people? For me, I don't know. It just, I guess the older you get, the faster it goes. I remember as a little kid waiting for Christmas to come, and oh, it's taken too long, and then now that I'm older, it's like, whoa, Christmas came and went. Where was it? I wasn't here. So I have a hard time with the holidays, because it's just Daryl and me. And I am so glad that I have my husband. But, the kids are busy with their own families and my son lives out of state. And my other son is, well, he's, um, has his own family over there. Uh, and he spends a lot of time with his wife's family. So, you know, but it gets kind of like, I'm like, okay, we're gonna make this Christmas, we're gonna make memories just you and me, Daryl, and uh, then it just gets kind of depressing when you don't have little kids running around at Christmas, and y- you know, But a lot of times with getting families together. What would you do if you and Daryl broke up? We've been married 40 years. He ain't going anywhere. Neither am I. We are together forever. Yep. We've been married 40 years, Daryl. We got married when we were only 20 years old. Yep. I think it's etched in stone. Daryl and Sally, or Sally and Daryl. Everybody, um, we've been together forever. And a lot of our friends are just like, you know, we're like, the person that they come to is like, well, how do you do it? How do you stay together that long? And it takes work. It just takes not, I have to have it my way or no way. It's, yep, till death do us part, Daryl. um I'm not saying we don't have arguments, because we do, but we never, how do you want to say, we never go to bed without making up. You know what I mean? Like, we never end the day without figuring it out. And it takes a lot of communication. I'm all about communication, and Daryl wasn't always about communication and talking about his feelings, but I need that. So never go to sleep angry. Right? That's what I just said. But two, Daryl has a sense of humor, as do I, and both of our children do. Um, we we find the humor in things. When we're getting down and we say, you know what, we got to find the humor in this. Daryl says, my nan and granddad were going for 30 years, and my granddad passed away. Aw, that's sad. That darn COVID. I'll tell you what. Just like cancer. Cancer and COVID. Horrible. We have to pray for that to subside. No more cancer, no more COVID. Because that's what took my mom, you know? Cancer took my mom and my best friend. So, my best friend passed away about, I'm trying to put this camera so it doesn't, you guys don't have the sun in your eyes, but I'm probably making you dizzy. I'm trying to put it where, oh, you know what? It's just the way it's going to be, I guess. Okay, well, I'm sorry guys if it's in your eyes. Is it in your eyes? So oh my goodness. Sorry for what, Nazi? What's wrong? What? Oh, about my mom? Yes. Yep. Yeah, my mom and my grandma had colon cancer, and that's why my doctor's like, you don't have to have another colonoscopy for 10 years. And I'm like, oh yes I do, because I'm not going to get stage 4. My mom had a colonoscopy, and within 8 months they're like, oh, she has stage 4. Well, somebody either missed something or that cancer moved pretty fast. So, but my mom's like, oh, don't talk to the doctor that way. You have to respect the doctor. Well, apparently he missed something, so what are you going to do, Mom? But I love my mother, and I took care of her to the end of her days, so that's what you got to do. You got to take care of your mom. And if you still have your mom, you give her a hug. You spend time with her. You call her. Don't just call her once a month or something. You call your mom at least once a week, you know? Um, that you need to take care of your mom while they're on earth. Even if you don't like your mom, take care of her, because that's your mom. You only have one mom. Cancer took my aunt and uncle. Blood cancer and throat cancer. I never heard of blood cancer. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Nazi. um it's horrible. It's just horrible. But uh we got to pray for people, and that's why I go down to I make these bracelets for the cancer patients to give them some kind of hope. I don't know if you saw on my channel, I make these happy face bracelets, and it just happened by accident when I was there getting my iron infusion. I had my little bracelets on, and this man, there was a bell ringing, and I said, what's that bell? And the lady says, oh, he just had his last cancer treatment. I said, oh, and I just wanted to give him something, that's me giving people gifts. And I said, can you give him this bracelet and tell him, you know, it's for, completing his chemo. So she gave it to him. I said, but don't tell him that it's from me. But I was the only one in the waiting room, so he knew it was me. But I don't wear jewelry, but I'm gonna wear that because you gave it to me. So, but yeah. But thanks for hitting the like button, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to my silly stories about my life and things like that. Oh, so see, Daryl, that's why my husband, Daryl DIY, this is why you should have your channel. You could have conversations with people about music and stuff like that. But you have to get 50 subscribers before you can do a live. So you'd have to get on there and start making videos first. Yesterday, my husband and I, he was doing a lot of yard work. He worked hard yesterday, and he move the rocks and everything. So we decided we're gonna make. I've been wanting to make the video of the Big Mac, um, the Big Mac tacos. So we did that last night, and I have to edit it and I'll put it on there. But they were really good. We made the sauce and everything. But it was so late at night, so I had to take a lamp and put it over the griddle outside and everything. But the other video that I had did that I put up yesterday was a cooking one with just me. It was like one of my, if you're familiar with my channel, I have Shits and Giggles, which are funny videos on my channel, and it ended up being almost a Shits and Giggles episode with just me cooking. But again, see, I find the humor. Some of the things that happened on there, I could have been like, darn it, I'm not going to do this video, because there was so many things that went wrong during that video. But I just found humor in it, and that's all you can really do, guys, is find humor and things like that. But I made Salisbury steak meatballs. And it was so ironic because Daryl came home right when it was finished. So, but to me, they were a little too salty. I'd have to, if I ever made it again, I would change the recipe a little bit, because I think the onion soup mix and the gravy mix had too much sodium in it, because it was, but Daryl liked it. So that's all that matters. So, no, I can't really see the screen, but about Ozzy Osbourne's, I can't read that. And Manic, I don't watch very many movies. I'm addicted to YouTube for years now, and my son gets me the premium. And then January 1st this year, I started my channel. So now I have a channel and I watch a lot of YouTube. But I don't have TV. My husband has thousands of movies that he watches, and when he has time to do that kind of stuff. So, trying to see that. I just can't see. Let me get my other phone. I can't see what we're seeing here. Let's see. I can't see the phone. Well then, I still have to clean up the kitchen, but I will get that Big Mac taco. That was so good. But it might have been because we were so hungry, because we didn't eat all day. We were moving and grooving all day. Well, I was trying to, because I'm still racked up from, I fell, and I didn't even know I have half the bruises that I have from falling. I hit my head right off the table and everything. It's getting old for the birds. But, all right, guys, anybody have anything else they want to add before we say tally-ho, good neighbor, or ta-ta for now, TTFN? Oh, you're a sonic electric brush, but it's very light. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that. So thank you for hitting the like button. On your way out, hit the like button. And, well, happy weekend. I will see you next month, which is tomorrow. So enjoy this last day of August. I guess tomorrow's the last day of summer, I guess. So, and just remember, I love you guys. Keep trying to be kind to one another, and I'll see you when I see you.